So I've always found that kind of interesting. You know, I see a lot of people popping off about a lot of things about the game, and it's funny because it's always people that are new, and they, you know, they haven't been around. And people like me that have started from the very beginning, I know everything that was in the game when it started. You know, like for instance, this sprinting over here, that was done specifically to slow gamers down so you couldn't run from area to area to area. Now, I've said that before, and I've had people comment, well, it's, you know, it's supposed to be realistic. Actually, it's not. If you go and you read and you get into the dev logs and you go back, way far back, the devs more than once have said that this is their take on something. It is not supposed to be taken as factual. It is complete work of fiction, thus the way they've changed the behaviors of a lot of the animals and other such things. So at no point is this game ever supposed to have been 100% about... Oop, and I'm exhausted again. Really? You know, oh, the feathers here, use those to make arrows. So, you know, and it made me really upset. You'll see if you watch one of my updates, I was really upset when the whole stamina thing came in, because all it's done is slowed people down, because people were stomping. It adds about 3 times as much time to... Is this any good? Meh. To take me to do anything. So, you know, to clear one area, it takes, like I said, 3 times as long. And, you know, when they did it, they knew what they were doing, because they went through and they added a whole bunch more food and other ways, you know, to survive and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And, you know, that's fine, but don't lie about what you're doing, because the devs more than once were like, oh, well, no, we put this in. You know, they haven't seen them talk a whole lot about it. It's always been other people online saying things, but I haven't heard the devs really talk about the stamina system at all, because it's crap, and I don't like it. And if anyone wants to be real, considering I've been a personal trainer for 30 years, I can guarantee you within a few days, if they wanted to make it realistic, they should make it so that you can go further each day, that you're healthy, because your body would recover, it would adapt, and you'd be able to go faster and faster and faster, to the point where you would be able to run almost every day in the snow, if you spent a month doing it trying to survive. So, you know, human body's an amazing thing. People seem to forget that sometimes. But okay, so we can camp here. I can't believe we are exhausted again. Son of a biscuit. All right, so we'll just get rid of that. We'll chow down on whatever is heavy. Peaches are cool, but man, those are half a kilogram, so we want to make sure we chow down those. Do. And folks, please remember, I do this. I'm trying to do this every Sunday at 8 o'clock. Any contact, always going to have different kinds of games. You never know. So please tune in. It's always nice to have people to talk to in the chat. Okay. And if you would like to help my channel out, there's a couple of ways you can do it. There is, of course, a Patreon link on my Twitch channel down below, and there is one always in the description of all my videos. You can also I have a PayPal link if you want to donate and help me out that way. I definitely appreciate it. I do need to get a new graphics card, so hopefully we get to the point where you guys are, because I don't make enough from YouTube to buy a new graphics card, so hopefully either someone will help me out and donate it, or I'll save my pennies and my card will still be working when I can afford to get a new one, which I have no idea how long that'll be. Alright, so let's see, 5 hours, so we're going to be sleeping for a while. That's cool. And again, it gives me a chance to talk about how they've really made the game easier. While we're doing this here, do the same thing. Eat on up. 25, 25, 25, 30. All right, we did. He's a dog food. But you saw coming over here, we haven't been faced down by one wolf. I don't know how many times for the first year of the game I could make it out of any area without being attacked a couple of times. We'll see as we go down in this into this area here, because I know of a couple of nasty wolf spawns. So we'll see how much easier they've made it, because that's kind of seems like what they did. Their middle mode is what I would call easy, and their hard mode is what I would call closer to what normal was. You know, I said it was a little different, but it's hard to explain. It's kind of like you got super hard, normal, easy, which is the one that we're on, and then the one at the bottom is zero challenge, super easy. I mean, it's not hard. It really isn't to survive. So, how we do there? We got enough? Yes, we did. All right. So we'll find out here. Now, if you're thinking, well, crap, man, the cabin fever thing. Things you can do is you can always, I woke up fully rested, so that means I'm going to have to figure out something else to do till the sun comes up, which is no big deal. It shouldn't be too difficult here. Because the first thing you do is you go and you look at your gear. So we all filled up. All right. Oops. And then we look at our stuff here. So does anything need to be repaired badly? Yes, that does. Make sure you hit repair, not harvest. You see everything goes down, so. All right. And the other thing was ours. So let's do the chains, I suppose. Now I have noticed as you get more and more tired, your ability to break things or to fix things, the chance that you will fail at it goes a lot higher. So you want to keep that in mind. You always want to try and I always try and do it while I'm out of bed. Go through and give my gear the good once over, and we'll do that too. Used up a little bit of time. And then we go to tools, see what all of our tools are doing. Now that one we definitely want to, oh, I can't repair, oh, I don't have a, okay. It's all good. We'll have to keep our eyes open for some stuff, metal pieces to do that. So we've got our gun here. And they've changed this a couple of times. Now it's just clean. And to be able to clean it, you have to find one of these rifle cleaning kits. Wow, rifle cleaning kits. Sheesh. Always, of course, make sure you clean it, unload it. Now you want to unload it before, if you're going to harvest it, if you find a couple of them, make sure you unload it first so you don't lose your stuff. Anyway, so you can just sit here, and as long as you have enough cleaning stuff, you can just keep doing it over and over, and we'll just do it a little longer because it's helping pass the time. So you don't want to make sure everything you have is 100%. It's always good to leave one or two things. Don't let them drop below 50. But, keep an eye on them so that you know that if you're in some place like we are now here where we're trying to kill time, you can see over here how things are getting better and better. So 3 hours of darkness left. So let's see. How are we doing food-wise? We're okay, but let's have some crackers. Go. So, what are their plans with the story? Well, that is Whoa. Alright, where'd the bed go? It was right frickin' here. That's annoying. Let's see where we get turned around at. Oh, we turned totally around, didn't we? Oh, crap. Alright. There we go. So say, wait a minute. Before we do that, real quick, want to refuel. Alright, we are good. So we can go into the bed. 2 hours. We'll go 3. Shouldn't have cabin fever, though. I wouldn't think so. Oh, it only let me sleep an hour. Okay. Oh, that's all good. So they did do that. I mean, you used to be able to pass a lot of time. If you had food, you could just sit there and, you know, pass and pass and pass time. Now they're trying to make it more strategic where you're, you know, you're thinking about your time and your rest and things like that. So, it's all good. Let's see. Let's take out some of that. So yeah, the first area sure seems like to me they made it a cakewalk. So, it's all good. Alright. So, the sun should be coming up soon. We don't need any herbal tea. We always go outside, make a campfire, make a bunch of caffeine. That's always helpful. Depending on what it looks like out here. Because last time I came through, yeah, oh wow, it's still pitch dark, isn't it? Holy crap. This isn't a real good idea, just for the simple fact that if any wolves come running at me, I am going to be screwed. Anyways, so one area that I always get attacked by wolves is right down here, so we'll see if that happens this time. Well, they sure have you jing jingling a lot now. And I can't tell with the sound if it is me. It sounds like someone's like walking right behind me. That always bugs me in video games. Looks like a wolf up there. A lot of stuff looks like wolves. I hear him. Where is he? The other cool thing they did is they've been working on the footprints so that they have it now where they slowly get filled in. Well, the sun's coming up. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so now we got a puppy down here. It's gonna want to frickin' screw with us. What the heck? Really? Ow! Asshole. Wow, he kicked the shit out of me, didn't he? Whew. Wow. That sucks. Anyways, like I said, I always get nailed right here. Anyways, there's always this guy right here, so you can go and get healed up. Because if we get hit by another thing like that, I don't know if we're going to make it. Now, what I am surprised, though, is that I didn't have a weapon in my hand. I've got a hatchet. So I should have been using the hatchet against... They said that was one of their big things, was that... you'd be able to tell what's going on, and all I saw was my hand get bit, so I don't know what they're thinking, but I was not impressed. Ooh, another jerry can. See what I'm saying? Before I might find one, now they're like everywhere. Any goodies in there? Ooh, a pop, alright. Time for another quick little nap, looks like. Because anything below 90%, you are risking your ass if you go out. So, we'll rest for a bit. We got plenty of time. $67, that's it. Fully set. So how are you supposed to... Wow. So that really sucks. Oh well, not a lot I can do about it. Because before you could just keep sleeping, you know, until you got yourself healed. I don't know what the hell you're supposed to do now. What, sit around with your thumb up your ass? And just get tired by waiting? I mean, I understand their whole cabin fever thing, but... That, yeah, see, our resting is going down. Well, that's interesting. Not really in a good way, but what can you do? It's gonna screw with a lot of people. Screwing with me. That's all good. What's up, Talon Hunter? How you doing, man? See if this stuff makes me sick or not. Nope, doesn't look like it. Cool. Oh, wait, maybe 2 more hours? Should be enough time for us to get to where I want to go. Be nice if I could actually have a chance to take a shot at something. Always good to get nice and loaded up before you go. See, there's now we're almost out of water, so we'll be looking for water. But again, depends. No, it should be. Yeah, it depends on how hard it is to get to this other area I'm thinking of. But you can see, this is a good example of it. You can really see how it's much more... It's still bleak, but it looks better. They really have done a great job. I mean, this really looks so much better than it used to. This game is... What's the story with this game? If you are looking for... Oh, I would say anywhere from 30 to... almost... Oh, I don't know. 60, 80, 100 hours of game time, you can get it with this game because it's all about survival. They only have the sandbox mode, but there's no zombies or anything. You're shooting wolves and bears, scavenging, trying to find things. It's a cool game. Real popular. You can tell that the development took a different slant as soon as they started developing for Xbox, because then, and since then, all the updates, everything's been about turning it more into a console game than a PC game. But, you know, it's all good. I remember when it first started out, and if you guys want to see what it looks like, again, just go to TheRevPlays. In my playlist section, I have the very first build they put out, I think. So, the very first area, Crystal Lake, when it first came out. And the game was a lot harder. Now it's okay. I'd tell everybody to start, you know, on normal, on the medium explorer. Only do the hardcore if you want to be crazy, but it's definitely a cool game. At this point, like I said, though, this update they did, you know, they're tinkering with the mechanics and starting to do all the big passes of optimizations, everything else. So hopefully they're going to be putting in the actual story here soon. But this is where you normally come down. That way is a fishing village and some huts. That way is where we're going to go next. So I'll show you where that's that way. And over here, a dog likes to come running out, so I usually just try and sprint right here. Get inside. Don't want to get attacked by a wolf when we are not even close to full health. But always good to be able to see. There's another jet. Man, those cans are everywhere now. More likely than not, people were complaining about running out of fuel. I would assume that's why they do that. Sometimes you'll see dead people up here. Those mattresses, they're just random spawns. Alright. How much is in this one? Is it really full? 3.8. Huh? What's ours? 2.54. So in this case, I take this, go like this. Refuel it, and then I'll drop one of them. But yeah, if you're looking want to know how to play, I've done complete guides on all of this, and some of, you know, a little bit's changed, but it's still pretty basic. My guides still hold up. So let's see, this guy will drop. Alright. And how are we doing? See, we're almost totally exhausted and we're not even down off the mountain yet. Oh, no, we are. We are. Okay, so what are our calories? I think our calories are okay, but we're getting tired enough where it's not going to make a difference, so we're going to have to lay down or we ain't going to be going nowhere. Well, we might be able to make it to this other area. Hopefully we will. Depends on if we run into any doggies or not. I'm still only at 81%, so but it's all good. Now this area's got a lot of exploring you can do with it. They've got a couple of islands you can go out and check out. And like I said, one way you can go down that way, or you can go this way. We're going to go this way. I'm going to show you guys the little town in here. And it's not much of a town, it's a gas station. But, you know, on this side of the world, it's pretty much the way it is. Oh, and Talent Hunter. This game is set in Canada, so that's another interesting thing. This is supposed to be the Canadian wilderness, but here in the, I mean, it's like it is here on the West Coast in Oregon, where I live. Our coasts are kind of like this. Well, as you go higher and higher up, they get this way. Normally, it's more like this inland and in our mountains. I live what's known as in the valley area of Oregon, and depends on the winter. We've gotten 3 feet. We've gotten trace. This year we got a couple of inches and lots of freezing rain, which totally sucks. So good thing about cars, always keep in mind, is they do have things in them sometimes. Always check the glove box. And I've never found anything in visors. Anyways, if you have a wolf or bear chasing in, you can get into a car. It can and will save your butt. So something else to keep in mind as we try and sprint on down here. Oh, it's getting dark on us. It's okay, as long as I can make it to the gas station. Because there's a lot of crap in there to go through. This is also the area that has 2 wolves, or it used to have 2 wolves patrolling it. And again, I can't tell where the little bastard's coming from. Oh, there he is. Hoo-hoo! Good shot. I'm like that with the real guns too, if you're curious. Always been good with a gun. Good things about being United States citizens. Alright, so this be the gas station. Now this is, I wouldn't say clean this place completely out unless you have no plans on ever coming back. But sometimes it's good to leave stuff back up. Give me a bullet. Oh, bummer. Oh well. Again, you always want to grab the pump. And peanut butter is an awesome one too. It's heavy, but it's got 900 calories, so that's always a good thing. Ooh, this place has got a lot of good food. Take all this pump, because then that way you don't have to use any of our water. I'll show you how to get water here in a sec. If you don't make it at a fireplace. Oh yeah. New meaning to the word toilet diving. That was okay. Alright, so we got some flares. And then you got the garage. Always again want to look around. Fire starter there. Probably how good is this one? That's actually a really good one, so we're gonna drop our other one. Let me just get rid of that. There we go. Alright. And always look in your corners, because the devs like hiding stuff everywhere. But if you enjoy looting, this is a good game. It's a lot of fun. Only place I've found, oh, hacksaw. Okay, that we're gonna need if we're gonna ever go to the new area they did, which we'll probably get there eventually. I don't know. I might do the stream this for a Sunday or two, and just work through the areas, show you guys everything. Haven't done that in a while. And like I said, oh, anyway, so I was talking about the their plan for the game. They do have a they have 2 characters that have 2 different stories, and they should be having the first part of the story come out here. When did they say? They said, I thought first they said spring, and now I think they're pushing it back to like the end of summer. So it's hard to remember. They've really bounced around with what they're gonna do. So okay, so we got our bed here. Again, always check the corners, because that's where you find fun stuff like ammunition. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow, look at that, another bedroll. Need that, because we need to fix something. Hey, we'll take the water. By the time we get done eating, making it through the night and everything, we're going to need it. But it's cool, give us time to go through, make sure all of our stuff is 100% geared up. And I'm going to kill my dogs if they keep making noise. Jeez. Don't need more coffee. Don't need one of those. Again, always take all the pop you can get your hands on because it does hunger and thirst. Alright. Whoops. Oh, if you're curious what I'm doing, if you right click and then left click, and it has to be in a green area, you can set this lantern up so that you don't have to hold it while you're going through and doing everything. I usually use it with trying to kill wolves or bears. Bears are a lot harder to kill than wolves. I'll take that back. So I think I went through everything, right? I think so. Alright, so then we come back and we do our, oh, let's see. Okay. It's okay, I got enough ammo right now, but that's one of the problems. I mean, you'll be hunting for ammo. I already have a hacksaw. Anyways, alrighty. So I'm overburdened, which means I have too much stuff, which usually means I have too much food. So we'll turn that off. Okay. That, and we're carrying a hacksaw now. We didn't carry that before. So these, you know, these are things you want to keep in mind. I always say make sure you keep the hatchet, lantern, of course the gun. One of these things, of fuel. You don't really need the knife. It helps with skinning, makes that faster, but I would rather have food or some other provision other than that. Hacksaw, like I said, you're going to need it if you're going to do the Timberwolf Mountain area, because it's the only way you can get into certain kinds of packaging. We don't need it right now. Let's see, we got wood, feathers. Let's see, I need to repair that. You can see we're exhausted, which is cool. Because by the time we get everything 100% and get our rest and everything, it'll be time to go. Anyway, so you do want to keep your eyes on your bedroll. It does degrade, and you will need to repair it. And I might fail because I'm getting very tired. Oh, I didn't. Surprising. Oh, and it's back to 100%. Good, good, good. Alright, so. And these are also new, and I haven't used one yet, but it says it helps you give you a burst of energy. So I assume it'll fill your stamina bar up, but once it gets all the way down to the bottom, you're screwed. I would assume is what it is. So, alright, so start chugging our pop. But like I say, by the time we get the night and everything passes here. Whoops. We'll be able to, we won't be overweight anymore. So, it's because we've got so much pop on us. 9 hours of darkness left. Sweet. Hopefully this way we'll be able to get back up 100%. Yeah, and like I said, they have changed one of the mechanics, and that's one of the ones I've been dealing with is the your condition versus, you know, warm, windy, 100%, all that various good stuff. Anyways, but you know, it's they're trying to add depth to the game, and I can never, you know, fault a developer for that. Uh-oh, I lost the bed in the dark. Oh, fire barrel. Okay. It's one of the problems you'll run into a lot. Oh, geez. Yeah, I'm totally turning around. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's because when it's dark, it is dark. Yeah, we'll do that. There we go. Fully rested. Oh, nice. I should just be hungry then. Which is cool. We'll just keep hammering down these drinks. Oh, wow, now we're good now. Yep. What's interesting is you can't see anything yet. Because it looks like it. So what it looks like the game now. Yeah, so the game will wake you up if you're fully rested, and it used to not do that. And I think it's they did it to stop people from camping, because people will sit somewhere, and it is only a single player game. There's no multiplayer, and it's not planned from what I understand. But let's see, we'll take that. Although I do like the new radio menu. It does make things quicker than what they did before, but it's not bad. Not bad. Okay, so we got a couple of different options. We came out the back side of this, and there's going to be another wolf around here somewhere. So what I didn't show you is you can get into the trunk and search them. Yeah, we'll leave that for now. Really, that's a lot of water. I don't need that either. I know what I need. So over here we have a couple of houses. You can see there's at least one, and you never know houses wise. They keep turning them into burned out husks. I mean, like 2 or 3 houses over here. I don't think I've showed you guys a house yet, so I'll go over here. So there are a few things I still need to get my hands on. Have this guy geared well enough. Where's the door? Is that the door? There it is. To start heading towards some of the harder areas. Wrong button. I do that a lot. So when it comes to houses, there's usually food sitting around on top that you can take. Always check the microwaves. Hey, cup of coffee. Take that. And then you can go, of course, go through all the cabinets. Woohoo! More crackers, the better. Ooh, we got stuff on the shelf for once. But yeah, they've really added a lot more. It's not nearly as hard as it was before. This is a freaking cakewalk. Now, pop is the only thing that you can take, no matter what the condition that I've seen, and be able to drink it, and it's fine. But all of the meat, don't eat anything raw, anything under 50% is questionable. Oh, more coffee. I'm going to take that, actually. Of course, you can start a nice fire. We'll start a fire. I want to make some things, and of course with the fire you can do a couple of different things. You of course add more wood, tea, coffee, and all these things that are saying dusty. But anyways, the coffee you can heat up. And then you go back to your stuff here. Go. So you can see one says hot, one says cold. I drank it. That's 100 calories, which is always a good thing. And now you see how warm we are and are rested. Both have plus signals, so that'll be going for us for a while. That means we can do extra exploring or whatever else. Looks like the sun's coming up. Another flare. So there's so far like 3 plans I've seen of houses. This is one of them. Another one, the beds, actually the other 2 types, the beds are upstairs. This is just a single floor plan. It's always good to give everything a good once over. And of course, you know, if you need something like these shoes, you know, you just tear them apart and use them for other things. Same things with the sweater. I am looking for cargo pants. Those are the best pants, best in the weather that you can get. And I have plenty of the stuff to fix them. Decent wool long johns. I want to see something with those. And worn wool. No, we're not going to take the boots. I think insulated boots, unless they've changed it. Well, that one says 71. So I'm gonna compare the two. So of course we've got a flare here, toilets. Sometimes you will find crowbars back here, and we've got cotton long underwear, which that sucks. But you can take the towels, the drapes, curtains. You can turn them into the little bits of cloth here to use to repair things. But man, I didn't get squat in this place. What would be nice is they only let you break things down. How about they let you have a seat for a few minutes instead of having to go to a bed to stand and rest? Because there is that mechanic now. But you see, we're full, we're good, we've got everything. So kitchen. Sardines are good. Sardines also, don't get them if they're under 60%, and even then I've gotten food poisoning from them, so that's one to always be careful with. Best thing, of course, like I said, was crackers and pop. It doesn't matter the condition, 600 calories, and only weighs 1/10 of a kilogram. So I'm sure, yeah, I'm way over, but that's fine. Because I'm going to be, once I end the stream here in a few minutes, I'm going to clear this area and then get him set up and get him ready for, in case I want to use him next week. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But it's always fun, you know, I mean, I haven't played this game in a couple of months, so to see what they've done in the last few months. And again, you know, they've added better wallpaper, pictures, more types of pictures, all kinds of different things, so it's not that bad. Of course, always have your gun ready to go if you're going outside, once you find the gun, if you can find the gun. But again, on my playlists I show you guys where all the spawn locations for the guns are. So there used to be another house over here, and then there's the lake, and like I said, out there are a couple of houses. So, you know, it'd be cool is if you could blow the houses up and shoot one of the propane tanks, but I don't think you can. So there's usually 2 wolves in this area, and I don't see the other one. You can make a wolf jacket. That is the best jacket in the game. But it takes a bunch of hides, you gotta let stuff dry out. There's a whole other side of the crafting of things. You can make a full thing, I think, of, we need to find a workbench. You know, I can show you guys that in the next episode. Anyways, let's go check this other house out. I'm hoping I'm gonna find another floor plan here I can show you. If you're wondering what I'm doing, that's the old hotkeys that don't work anymore. Alright, so we got ourselves another kitchen. Take the dog food. crappy sneakers. Ah, crap, it's another single point. Ah, damn it. I do need to check that thing with the sweaters, too. They start you out with a lot of really good gear now. Before, when you started, it was everything was 25%. You were in sneakers and shoes, a whole bunch of different things that they've changed, so it made it a lot easier. Just all good. Ragged thermal underwear. I'm curious to see what the different thermals do, how much they help now. Sometimes I have found boots in here, but yeah, you always want to make sure, like I said, be as thorough as possible. None of the mirrors work. Which water do we have? We're not great. But I got a lot of stuff. Let's take it all. We're already overburdened. Big deal. So, alright. Alright, folks. Well, there we go. I think that'll probably about wrap up the stream. As always, every Sunday that I can, my health willing, I have my Indie Contact show, which is this show, which is where I do different indie games. And you never know, it could be I could have a dev on like I did last week. If you guys want to check that one out, it was with Starpoint Gemini Warlords. Or it's just me going over a game. You never know. That's why you want to subscribe. And of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, please like, favorite, subscribe, all that good stuff. Help my channel out as always. If you want to help and support my channel, and it does need it because my computer is reaching the end of its legs, you can support me through Patreon. There's a link down below. Or you can support me through PayPal. There's another link, and there will both be links in the Twitch, which is where I am right now. And then when I put this up on my YouTube channel tomorrow, it's always down in the links. All you got to do is scroll down in the description, and you guys can help me and my channel out. Like I said, I definitely need me a new graphics card if I'm going to keep playing with these early access games, because they can be a beast on your card. So as always, folks, I'd like to thank you so much. And I am curious. I've never tried to do this before, so we'll see. So keep your heads down. And it won't let you fire inside. Why won't it let you fire inside the house? Really? You should be able to fire a gun in the house if you want to. Makes you think you won't be able to when they put the first person out. But we'll see what happens. Ooh. This is a nasty storm. So anyways, folks, keep your heads down. Your guns up. And I'll see you again real damn soon.